I'm gonna show you guys some actual exclusive content. So when 300 was still under SBS, there was a period of time whereby this service actually had green and white plates, as in SBS. So you know the destos that are on 225, 243, 410, and back then 231 and 232 as well. So 300 also had the destos, but unfortunately I do not have access to like those pictures. So this 300G that you're seeing right now is something that they wanted to bring back in 2015, but it didn't materialize because people complained about it. Okay, and there was also another one that failed to materialize as well. It is 232G and 232W. They wanted to do that, but instead, like I have actual evidence that they actually wanted to bring it back. But instead, they replaced it with just a mere 230 extension to Caldecott MRT. So yeah, just saying 232G and W was about to materialize and then they scrapped it, which was kind of the same thing for 300G and W, but the difference is that 232G and W were never actually publicized, but 300G and W were publicized. I mean, that's why it even got so much negative attention in the first place. So this is G and this is W, which is like more or less the same. Just take a few seconds to like admire this, because this is like, you really don't get to see this every day. I mean, what are the chances that like some BC just punks these? I don't know if like nowadays they actually still keep it in like the data set, or they just wiped it off. I don't know. It is possible that they wiped it off so that there is no like accidental pressing of like 300G and W, but who knows? So yeah, I'm not sure if you guys have actually seen this before. And MAN A22 for Euro 5, they use Mobitech EDS. I just turn up the contrast all the way to the maximum so that you guys can actually see that it's Mobitech. And I don't know what ICU402 means. Maybe that's just a model name. But yeah, in essence, this is how the EDS controller located right above the bus captain's driver's cabin. I'm sure you guys know where that is. So there is like left, up, down, and right. These arrows are used to like navigate stuff, and then there is this check mark which says confirm. So that's basically how the BCs press the EDS for Mobitech. And you can see Choa Chu Kang via Choa Chu Kang Avenue 1 for G. And then I don't know why the date is set to like 2000. I don't know why it's even frozen like this, but yeah. And then here is a time. I'm sure that's not accurate as well. Actually, I don't even know what this means. Like what these all mean. And then there is 300W as well. Again, same EDS sync console, and then this one was captured like at the perfect frame, the transition between like two EDSs. Oh, does this one mean code like 273 and 274? Ah. And then 300W, it shows Choa Chu Kang Way. So yeah, the EDS wouldn't be too different from 300 because it serves like the exact same roads. As in like these two services that didn't make it, they serve like the exact same roads as the present day 300. And this is just for people who are curious as to why exactly it failed. I mean, there is backlash, but how do you even describe the backlash? So 300 does this turn. And people coming from stuff like 67, 188, and even 976, it is really convenient for them, like towards Choa Chu Kang in this direction. You could just intercept 300 to go here and then to go here as well. So you don't have to take the bus all the way to Choa Chu Kang for 300. You can just do this. Yes, you could only do it in one direction. I mean, you can only do it in one direction even right now, but it's still like better than anything. Better than nothing, I mean. Next reason is, remember that 300 and G, the roads that they cover are 4312 and Way. They don't cover this sector at all. So essentially what this means is that if you're taking a bus through this sector, you have to take 975 if 300 it were to be scrapped. And you know 975, it is very difficult to like get on board the bus because most people board here towards like the dormitories and Lim Chu Kang. It gets really crowded and it's really difficult to board, really difficult to alight as well. So yeah. And just now I was explaining the fact that you could take 300 to reach here, right? So if 300 is gone, then you would have to take a bus all the way here, cross over, and basically board the bus at this direction. And back then, 301 did not go Avenue 2. The very first 301, I mean not in terms of history, but the very first 301 that SMRT planned was that it was supposed to use Avenue 3 instead of like Avenue 2. So the old 301 was like I think it was something like this. Like instead of this, it went here instead. So you would have to cross over just to intercept 301, which is like kind of a pain. So it is good that like the current 300 allows you to take a bus here, transfer to 300, and yeah. And then this one, it's exactly the same as the one you see on 243W. And this one is exactly the same one that you see on 243G.